Yeah.
I think so.
Oh no, you shouldn't have shot. Oh no, why?
I have terrible trigger discipline.
Oh, they have no clue you're here, man. Now they do. And maybe they don't because they're lower ranked, so maybe they don't even realize it. But like, you could kill like 5 of them right now if you didn't shoot.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god, you're behind the biggest.
Oh no. He's behind you.
Yeah, I heard the teleport.
Oh man.
I deserve that. I deserve that.
Okay, so here's how you know if you should trigger discipline or not. You look at the top of the scoreboard, it says 3 to 5. In order for you to win this, you have to make a play. You have to make a play. So there is no risk in you not shooting here. Let's say you get 1 kill. Are we still in a winning percentage right now to be able to get this? Is this going to be our win percentage increase? Like, it will be, but you're still looking at the other team being the top team. So in order for you to be able to get back in this round, you have to multi-frag. So for you to hold back here, let's just say for the sake of argument, this guy ends up peeking out and shooting in the face because you didn't shoot him. I'm okay with it because you're supposed to lose anyway. But if you walk by him and you don't shoot him, he doesn't see you. Now you kill 3 or 4, you're a friggin' hero. You have a TikTok clip, you're making millions of dollars, you get signed by EG, things are good, right? But because you shot, this happens.
Oh my god, you're behind the biggest.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've been knifed by Decade again. Hello, my name is Worthy, professional Valorant coach. If you're looking to climb the ranks and improve your overall gameplay, you definitely want to leave a like and a sub. Also, if you comment your Discord name in the comment section below, once per month, I choose 1 lucky commenter to win a free one-on-one session. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Okay, you're in a 2v3 situation. How should you play it?
Play with each other.
Sure. What else? There's 2 ways of playing this, passively or aggressively. What do you think you should do? Should we wait for them to come into us?
Probably not.
Well, you just said passively, so is that your answer?
I was gonna say passive aggressive, but
Okay, so what's passive aggressive?
oh man, I'm not. I don't know.
Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. I want you to be really wrong all the time. I want you to be okay with being wrong. Because guess what? We're at a rank right now where we can afford to be wrong. You are learning. You're in a state of learning right now. The last thing I want you to do is to hold yourself off. Because as soon as you make a mistake, you're like, oh no, it's the end of the world. No, you need to be actively looking to make mistakes. Mistakes are a good thing for you. So we're not going to be afraid of failure. In fact, failure is the best way to learn. So you learn absolutely nothing from success. So I want you to shout out the answer, the first thing that comes to your head. Are we playing this passively, or playing this passively aggressively, or are we playing aggressively? What are we gonna do?
Okay, aggressively.
Aggressively.
Play
I love
with
it.
them.
I love it. Play aggressively. Why do we want to play aggressively in this situation? So comes your
They might expect us to play passively.
Okay, I like where you're going with this. You know, we're starting to think. I want you to think like this. This game is all about numbers. If you are down numbers and they're up numbers, we need to do something to make this a 2v2. That's all that matters. So you want to be aggressive. We know there's 2 people in A main. You just smoked this area off, and there's 1 towards cat. There's 2 options you have. You either put yourself in this smoke and you challenge them to try to isolate a single 1v1, or you go with your teammate and fight cat. I'm cool with either option. The idea behind this round right now is that we're in a losing situation. We're in a losing position. We need to do something in order to make this work for us. That's the mindset you have. If we are up numbers, we should be playing passively because they need to do something. They have 30 seconds to get into this site and to plant that bomb. So if we wait for them, they will overwhelm us with utility and numbers. We will lose that fight. If you end up winning,
What's going
that's
on?
bad on them. If we wait for them to come on to us, we're dead. Okay?
30 seconds left.
Nice.
So we played passively, they made a mistake. They're gonna commit to this.
Enemy remaining. Spike down A.
There's Spike. Can we get Molly it?
This is bad on them, not good. This is really bad on you. We're going to talk about this in a second. This is bad on them, not good on you. They're coming in without utility, without flashes, all this stuff. So you're sitting out in an isolated position, what you could have been absolutely dismantled easily, right?
Yeah.
They just didn't check it. They just ran out. They're all doing ones. So you're seeing a bit of a hole here, and that's why it's working. Now, again, let's talk about numbers. It's a 2v1 situation. You know where the last person is. How should you play this?
Passively.
Passively. You have the bomb down, fall back into sight, play towards dice. He has to come through this smoke, and he has 24 seconds to not only kill both of you or plant the bomb. He's got nothing on his side. You've literally got
Down
everything
A.
for you.
This spike.
So what you can't do here
You don't have to put it in.
is
Just push it.
peek in and push in. Exactly. Because he's looking for a 1v1. He wants that. You just gave him an opening into the round. And it went well, sure. But it doesn't mean that it was a good move. Just because you jump off a bridge and survive doesn't mean jumping off the bridge was a good idea in the first place. So the kill zones are an angle where they cannot escape, right? Positioning is brought down by 5 things, but 2 major rules. You know you have good positioning when you can escape from a fight. You also know you have good positioning when you're not in an on angle, you're in an off angle. Those are the 2 major ones. There's other rules, but I don't want to cover those right now because it's going to blow your brain up. Off angle and escape. So when they're moving up into this position, here is fine. They can escape here, but once they get to here, they can't escape. They're committed to a fight. They're committed to a swing out from here. They're committed to a swing out from here and here. They can't leave. Right? So this area here is the kill zone. When they're here and they're out in the open, this can be considered a kill zone because they could peek you from cat and they could peek you from mid on both sides here as well. So that's a kill zone. So you typically, when you're scaling on offense, you want to avoid these kill zones as much as possible and then get yourself in positions where you can avoid them. And if you have to get past a kill zone, you have to do one of 2 things. You either have to use utility to get by it, or you have to use numbers. So you have to have multiple people scaling on the area. So once you have multiple people, then it's easier. But this is where you ideally want to be taking that fight, because this is where you can ideally flash them, because it's easier to flash them in these spots, or just take a straight, clean fight 1-to-1 on this person and make him a very sad boy. Can you think of any other areas that would be kill zones? Let's go to B.
Maybe garage. Okay.
Right here?
Yeah.
No, this spot right here, they have ways to escape, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
How about right here?
Or that cat. What's it?
How about right here?
2, 3, 4. Yeah. Actually, multiple. Yeah.
Technically this one too. All right, so how many angles could kill them?
A lot.
Yeah. So is this a kill zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, this little box right here, kill zone. Once they get out of main, that would be an example. Actosity. Very good on that one.
Oh, I'm blank.
Okay, so
Okay.
what are we doing here? What's our plan? We have another protocol that we're breaking here. You know what's going on here?
Oh, really?
Okay, well this is called the dead zone protocol.
Dead.
Dead zone protocol is your actions per minute, your APM, is equating to 0% support, okay? This is my mathematics right here. I was really bad at math in school, but you get the idea. Your actions per minute right now are not doing much of anything for your team.
Just
Oh
one.
shit, that was?
So you're spotting mid, now you're staring into a pillar. Could we potentially support this? Could we potentially throw a smoke here for our for our breach to move up with a little bit more confidence? Is there something that we can do? Is there an action we can perform? Rather than standing here, watching them
I am
go
blind.
and saying, you know what? I'm going to be the greatest Omen cheerleader ever right now. Go for it.
One enemy remaining.
Right? And this is the dead zone. You'll notice this in your VODs where you're like, am I doing something that's going to support the team's effort here? Or is it really working either against it or doing nothing for the team's effort? That's what you want to be thinking about. Especially as a controller, you have the ability to control the entire map and be able to support certain plays. For example, if you know that your team is moving up on Haven. Okay, this happened today. And they want to work a pick on B. And I have a Jet right here. And he's worried about this angle here. And he's worried about this one here. But he really wants to fight this guy. Is it possible that at some point you can be like, oh, let me look at my radar. I see what they're trying to do. Let me smoke this fight off so that he can now peek out and have a little bit more confidence, right? Let me smoke this out here. There we go. Now he can peek out and have a little bit more confidence taking this fight. That's the kind of stuff that you're looking at as a controller. Setting up your teammates, setting up your duelists to have the best fight possible so that they can get the most value on their fights, right? That's an important factor. Okay, so again, what can we do here? Let's see. What are we doing?
I was trying to see if I could do like a one-way.
One way. What does your Jet want to do here?
What's my Jet want to do here?
Yeah, what does your
attack
Jet want to
mid.
do? Looks like they're
Yeah.
moving mid. Notice how when he came out through mid, he was staring here the entire time. Why was he staring there?
Because someone could care out there and been nice to not look there because I could smoked it off.
You know what happened? Jet was pooping her pants. She was pooping her pants that someone's going to swing out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the right description, but you forgot the poop, okay? The poop is important to understand. You could have smoked this off to allow her to clear into tiles a little bit easier, a little bit more confident. There's a few smokes you can throw here. You can throw the traditional one, which is going to be directly here. Okay, most common one.
Yeah.
Or you can go like this, and it still works the same way. Okay, if you bring it over here, I think you can help the catwalk guy as well. But typically, if you're going to have someone going through this way, this smoke here works really well on the stairs, so that they can just path right in, and not have to worry about it. And that way, if they do decide to come through here, it's like delaying their site take or delaying their mid take at point. Either one works. Okay, so what did we do wrong here? What do you think?
Did I peek that wrong?
You did. How did we peek it?
Can we replay it again?
Or just someone pushes through mid, like I said, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, surely Serene, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so let's go into the peak first.
They have spike.
Okay, so
I was just
what direction did we go in?
left.
Left? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just left?
No, I was going forward also.
Yeah. So one thing I recommend that you start doing is you download a program from GitHub that shows you your overlay when you record through Streamlabs or OBS.
Yeah.
And it'll show you your inputs. It's a really good thing to do. You can easily find it on Google. It's no big deal. Like inputs, keyboard for, FPS or whatever, and it'll come up.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 direction keys into a threat. Okay, 2 direction keys into a threat. You know it's a threat because you've seen people there. Your teammates died there. We know there's people here. Very good chance you could have been peeking someone here. 8 o'clock is here yet.
Yeah, blinds.
Omen's blinded.
I can't promise anything. If not, it'll have to be after I get back. Okay, so let's talk about this fight.
Our Omen.
I don't know how much utility we have, but let's assume that we have a smoke. What could we do differently here?
Yeah, blinds.
What could we do
Omen's
differently?
blinded.
Let's assume we have a smoke.
I mean, I thought I smoked the main. Definitely not, but I don't know actually.
Okay, smoke the main. I love it. We can smoke the main to get rid of this. Okay, this angle, because we talked about that before. Now we have a flash. The way that I like to think about the A site is there's 3 lanes, 2 and 3. What I would recommend is that you take away one of these lanes with the flash. So that when you're coming out, you flash out, your crosshair placement will be here as your first spot. Okay? If someone's blinded, you then flick, and that's fine because you're going to win that fight if they're blinded. Okay? So this allows you to have slightly better crosshair placement when you come out. Watch your crosshair placement here. Okay, so you had this first fight, but now there's also fights to your left, right? So good on this, but you could have limited it a little bit more had you flashed this way, and then you would have had a little bit more confidence taking that fight. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, it's all about confidence taking the fight.
Omen TP.
So if you separate the site into lanes, it's a little bit easier to sort out your utility to take the best crosshair placement and the most confident fight possible.
WKJ.
Yeah.
Because I have no gun.
This is a one way. This is a one way. Be careful of this. Rahan's watching us. I'm knifing close. Door.
I'm flashing.
Two door. I'm
Okay, how many people do they have here? What do you think?
Alright, one, like 2, 3.
Close.
Take 3.
Door.
I'm flashing.
Alright. Alright, they're breach, open, and raise.
Yeah, there's 3 here. We're looking at a 1-1-3 based on my prediction. Okay, if we go back even further, we can usually get a good idea of what they're gonna do based on their money. Ooh, what do we know?
They are on eco.
Right. There are 2 common plays that a team on eco will make. Do you know what they are? Take a guess.
Flanking, playing ratty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
Yeah. And you said ratty, which means
passive.
typically it's passive,
Passive.
which means stacking on sites.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it fair to say we're looking at a stack here?
Let's just force it.
Yeah.
This is where you as a controller, because you have more time to look at the minimap, more time to take information in, versus say a Jet, for example, can say,
Yeah.
it's probably stack A, let's go B. That's what I would have you call in this moment. That's a calm. This is the macro part of the game. This is the stuff that a lot of players don't think about, right? When you're playing against an eco, it's most likely going to be one of these 2 plays. Look at all this stuff that's being thrown at us, right? The raise is here. It's 3 people here. They've already shown their hand at this point. So I would be highly careful of something here, you know? So you're going to go in here. Sky's here. We got 4.
4.
We have 4 on A,
Fucking Christ,
right?
man.
We only just need to see Sage. What, is Sage going to be on the right corner here? Hard right?
Smoke down, smoke down.
Is that
One right
Sage?
side.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Sage.
Oh,
That
oh
would
my
have been
God.
insane. That would have been insane. Oh, like, is that Sage? Let's go! Is Sage on the other corner? Sage on the right? Where's Sage? Where's Sage? Show me Sage. Show me Sage behind you.
1-7.
Sage behind you? Nope. There's Sage, finally. Okay. So Sage is probably towards mid. But you get my point, right? We just ran right into a stack. We just gave them the fight that they want. And this could have been identified really early into the round, right?
I have ult. We can play ult.
Let's play underneath. Play underneath. This is a bad angle. Don't play this angle. They're going to peek into you, and they'll just decimate you in higher ranks. It's such an easy kill.
Flashes. There's plenty of open. Let's just play.
Like, if you get this kill, as far it's like even that one, like, it's not gonna go well for you. Just play into hell, because like for them to jump out of here and then fight hell, it's really difficult to isolate all those fights. But if you stand out in the open here, you're just giving them a chance.
Are you kidding? Play time. Let's just keep flashing them.
This spot, like, it's just like there's no sense of positioning here. Like, we don't really need to talk about the rules of positioning. It's just like a spot that's less than ideal than going into hell in that situation. One way that you can look at this is, we can talk about positioning really quickly. Let's talk about the 5 rules. I've given you the first 2 rules. Do you remember the first 2 rules about positioning?
First 2 rules of positioning. It will.
Yeah. Can
Was
you?
it passive and is it on and off angles?
That's one. Yep, that's on and off angles. Okay, on and off angles. Is this an on or an off angle?
This is on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically it will be eventually. It will be an on angle. Okay. Can you escape from this fight if it goes wrong? If you miss, can you escape?
No.
Yeah, so you have to commit. So these are 2 points against you. Okay, so the next 3 rules are: can any one of your team trade you?
Looking. No.
No. UFOs. That's right, Osti. Yeah, nobody can trade you, so no one can support you. Okay. So that's one. Can you dodge flashes? There's obviously no flashes right now, but can you dodge flashes from this spot? Like, can you, without looking away, can you line of sight a flash? That means, can you go behind natural cover and avoid the flash?
No.
No. So that's another point against you. Okay, so that's 4, right?
Wow,
can
we're hitting all the boxes.
Yeah, we're hitting all the boxes. Can you ask for utility? Utility.
Can I ask for utility?
Yeah. Could anyone support you with utility from this position?
No.
Probably not. With the amount of time that you're going to give someone to have them throw utility for you, you're probably dead. So that's 5. So right now, 0 out of 5. It's a bad spot.
Worst.
Yeah, it's
The worst spot.
It's a bad spot to stand. And that's how you can literally just, like, you go through your VOD review. Someone at the beginning of the VOD or beginning of the stream asked me, how do I go through VODs? Like this is a really easy one to see about your positioning. Just like ask yourself those 5 questions and you'll know right away. The first 2 questions are the most important one. That's more micro. When you're in lower ranks, like sub-immortal, that's more important. But definitely like the other 3 will help you as well if you're mindful of them. Okay. So the abbreviation is UFOs. UFOs. Okay, just so that you can remember it. So you have support, which is like the flashing, or sorry, the trading. Okay. Utility is the other one. Util. So that's like flashing, asking for flashes. Can you dodge flashes? With the F. Okay. Dodge. So dodge. Okay. On angle or off angle is UFOs. So the O in UFOs. On or off angles. Okay. And then escape is the last one. Okay. That's our abbreviation. So you can always just ask yourself that if you're ever confused about what the 5 rules are. It's just to say UFOs and you know what the abbreviation is. Okay.
Let's just play time.